Welcome back to Texas Truck Channel. I'm Brian, and that camera's already smudgy because it's raining.
Oh yeah, a little wet.
We're driving a 2024 Kia Telluride SX Prestige X-PRO all-wheel drive. X-PRO basically means good-looking wheels that aren't too big and better tires to go with it. We've had X-Line before this. This is X-PRO.
Yeah, so, take that line.
Yeah, line. And it means you go down from 20-inch wheels to 18-inch alloy wheels with 18-inch all-terrain tires and X-PRO exterior styling. Also gives you increased towing capacity, which is not specified, heavy-duty cooling in tow mode, and self-leveling rear suspension. That's what the X-PRO gives you. This one comes up to $55,540. That's kind of a lot of money, but according to my neighbor at least, because he loves this thing. But the real story is that's quite the bargain for a loaded out mid-size 3-row. I hate to say it in today's money, that's where you're at. The biggest thing with the exterior are the amber running lights. Very briefly, Kia ditched these for I think it was like half of a model year.
Why would they do that?
People were mad. There were riots in the street. It was a problem. Everyone was like, what are you doing, dude? We don't want a Palisade. We want the Telluride. It used to go like this, and now it goes like this, but it's back. And I'll tell you right now, it's not quite as iconic, but it's still here. It still looks really good. Personal opinion on styling, Craig, I got to get it out there. When this thing came out, I thought it was a vehicle off Grand Theft Auto. That's how vague it looked. They took a little bit from all the good stuff and made their own, but now it's been out long enough, it's a staple of its own. They've made their own spot in the marketplace. Another thing you need to get out of the way, this is not KN, because the N's don't work that way. It's Kia. We get that asked all the time by people. What's the KN? It's Kia. Anyways, styling wise, it looks great. Let's get the wheel and tire. That's what I really care about. Oh, coming on down past the wolf gray paint, which looks phenomenal, by the way. 18-inch wheels. These are matte. They will hide all kinds of brake dust because there's a bunch on there right now and it's not really showing it. Wrapped around it, most importantly, are the Continental. These are terrain contacts. We've had these on the, do you remember the Honda Pilot?
Yes.
Which one was the Trail Sport?
I think so.
The good one?
Yes.
It had the same tire and it worked really well on our hill.
Kind of a grippy tire.
Yeah, we're gonna find out in a minute if it works on our hill on this vehicle because we've had the X-Line up the hill and it did not do so well. So hopefully this does better. But I really do appreciate the smaller wheel. It does look smaller, but man, it rides really good. I've driven this on a highway trip to Houston and back. It was great. It was a great family hauler. So coming down, you keep the matte black theme, except right here's gloss for some reason. So the part that will hit another vehicle, that's gloss, so it'll show an impact. I'm not sure why they're doing that, but okay. It does match the glosses up here. It's kind of a chrome, not actually a black. That's interesting. They've got
different than this.
Surfaces. That's okay. They're getting busy up in here. Other than that, you have the traditional Kia. It locks well. Well, ignition's on, won't do it. And then it unlocks simply like this. Big fan of that. Roof rack is formidable, although it's probably here for looks more than tints, if we're honest. Come on down, fuel door. I can't remember what Kia does, but it does open the right way. Oh, it's got a cap. Dadgummit. That's okay, but it does have a holder that actually works. So there's that. Coming on back, you have the backwards hat looking spoiler, but it's not too big because look, this is a family machine. We have to be respectable. You have a rear facing camera on top of a backup camera. The camera system on this is quite impressive. When Craig gets the interior, he's going to show you all that. I like it a lot. Okay, and on the back, you've got a thin profile badge. It's kind of brushed aluminum. It's plastic, but it looks like it's brushed aluminum. And it works. I'm just a big fan of it. Styling you had on the old tail light, it has a kind of like hook on it and X-PRO badging so people know what you've got. Most importantly, you see that? That's not a valence. That's a tip. Let's hear it. Did you hear that? Me neither. There's no turbos here. Just a V6 the way I like it. Let's hop out front. Hopping up front, it's time to see where the magic happens. And it's dampened. I like that. I thought it was just a heavy hood. It's actually dampened. And this is Kia's GDI, which means direct injection. Get that crap out of here. V6. And if you are a millennial like me, you've seen these for decades. But nowadays, there's usually something that instead of it's like this, it's like that. And it's shorter because it has a turbo on the side. This is one of the last within the segment. This and I think Pilot are the last two that have a proper V6 in the segment. You have some others. Explorer has a turbo V6, but it's nice to have something refreshing and simple. It's not killer on mileage, but it's not bad either. It's right where it should be. Makes a good sound too, and it wants to rev out. Happy with that. Paired to an 8-speed automatic, full-time all-wheel drive with a center locking differential. Can't forget this. Kia has the coolest air filters. It's as if they didn't think people knew how to change air filters, which many don't, and very easy to pull it out. This one's got 10,000 miles on it, just shy of, and it looks like it has about 10,000 miles on it. But you can go down to the dealer or AutoZone yourself and not have to do a dealer situation. It's that easy. Big plus. Let's check out the interior with Craig.
Time to check out the interior of the X-PRO Telluride. But Brian, first I want to start with this key. This is a nifty little key. I like this finish. It's this gray and this metallic side. And then what's really neat, Brian, if you hit the lock button, other side, here it is. It lights up, and anytime you hit lock or unlock, that's pretty cool. I like that a lot.
You know what color that is?
Green.
Minecraft green.
Okay, Minecraft ready. But Brian, to get into the back, Brian, I hold down the button and it opens for me.
Look at that.
Pretty nice.
Okay.
I don't have to touch anything. If I get my hands full, I can just hit the button.
It's a good COVID feature.
Good code feature.
Hands clean.
Plenty of room back here. We got the seats down right now, but Brian, let's pull them up real quick. Let's see here. Just pull it up with that strap, which is very easy. And now we look, Brian, we still have some room back here. For perspective, there's our camera. Still get a decent amount of room, even with the third row up. Let's see what's underneath here. We get a handle and a storage
License plate bracket.
License plate bracket.
Protection cover, okay.
And spare tire underneath.
A real spare tire.
Very nice, okay. A little confusing back here. I want to point this out because we learned the hard way.
Yeah.
To fold the third row, you see these buttons right here? Don't hit those.
Yeah.
That's actually for the second row. Yeah, so you hit this, collapse the child. And that goes down, and you get plenty of storage. Let's see how much storage you actually get when you put these down. Hit that button.
Not bad.
Look at that.
There's a car seat on this one.
There's a car seat in there, but that's okay.
And that's if the child was there, what happens?
You can get the idea, Brian. You get plenty of room to overland back here is what you get with a nice moonroof. Let's show you that. All right, Brian, let's get into the second row. Brian, let's start with the door. Padded at the top. Look at that. This is a premium vehicle is what it is. Also, get those peasants out of here.
Exactly.
Moving on down to the armrest, it's padded as well with a nice, good cubby for a cell phone or Skittles or what is that?
Jolly Ranchers.
Yep. Okay, good.
Yep.
We also, Brian, we get heated seats.
Ooh.
You know what doesn't happen is the next button.
Yeah, that one.
That one, you don't get that in the second row in very many vehicles. That's really nice. And we get a beautiful Harman Kardon speaker grill, very nice, and then a little bit of room for a small water bottle.
Or a vomit bag.
Or a vomit bag. Brian, this is we test cars and we test them. We got real kid stuff in here, real family stuff, because this is a real family hauler.
Real
Whataburger,
yep.
We're from Texas,
Yep,
and that's
yep.
what you get.
Popcorn.
To get to the third row, I'm not going to get back to Brian, but it's really simple. There's a little button, you hit it. With the car seat in there, you can still get in the back. That's really nice. Very convenient.
If you have kids in a rear-facing seat right here, before you load that child, you can do this, and your older kids easily get to the back.
Yeah, it's one of the most functional non-minivan SUVs. Well, almost a minivan.
Minivan roots, yep.
Okay, Brian, let's get in here and let's see. And oh, this is a good spot to be.
It's comfy.
Look, it's comfy. I can put this seat the way I want it. I can put this armrest where I want it. Like, where even do I want the angle of that? I get roof venting, which is nice because normally it's just right here. You can't. It doesn't do anything.
This is better.
This is better. And this in the roof or ceiling or side is better. And it's suede. It's very nice. But Brian, there's a panoramic roof, which is great for when I was overlanding a minute ago. But will it work for you when you sit back here?
Hold on. No, it's fine. The hat was bunching. It's fine. It really is. It's fine. And I don't have it reclined at all. I would probably, if I was going on a trip, I'd go give me a little nudge.
Okay, that's not actually that bad. So Brian, let's move to the front and see what we got up there.
Got it.
All right, Brian, let's check out the door. Brian, a nice padded door sill. Very nice. Padded armrest. Plenty of room for your cell phone. And Brian, plenty of room for all kinds of stuff and trash and wipies.
Whatever, yeah.
Who knows what you need. You get memory seats over here for 2 settings. Brian, let's get in this comfy seat and see what we got going on here. And oh,
it is a
good spot to be.
It is comfy.
Kia's got something figured out. Hyundai and Kia's got something figured out. All the buttons, Brian, the view, the seating position, steering, it is where it should be. You just don't have to think it through. We call it ergonomics. Yep. It's where it should be. You don't have to overthink it. It's not complicated. It just works. And Brian, check out the A-pillar there.
Okay.
You see that? When it's dark and it's soft touch, that means it's a premium vehicle.
That sounds weird. Craig has a theory that if it is textile and black on the pillars, it's premium car.
It is.
Yeah.
I like the dash here. I like the gray here. I don't know what this theme is called. I'm sure it's got a color on the window sticker somewhere.
Probably ash wood.
We'll show that later.
Yeah.
But plenty of room for for the kids, kid relievers.
Have that one.
We get water bottles and wrappers that
No,
debris.
but right here.
Oh, and Brian, yes, heated seats and cooled seats. I like that's the same button. You just this way or that way. Yep. That's really nice. Plenty of room back down here for all kinds of goodies and a fun whatever this is.
That's the key for.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Okay.
That used to be in the key, and now it's outside the key.
Yeah, Brian. Okay, let's start this bad boy up. Let's see what people got. Let's check it out. Let's hit the start button, which is where it should be. Nice set of gauges here, like the little sweepy git, and it's got the little default Kia purple theme. You can change it a little bit based on modes, I believe. Let's change the mode.
I've got it locked to one display.
Oh, okay. Well, but you can go in here. What I love is Kia's got everything configured. You can go in here and you can change everything.
Right, wherever
that
you
part's
want.
really nice. Infotainment, Kia is really good. It's very configurable. Apple CarPlay works, and Brian, it's full screen. That's really nice. A lot of manufacturers, it just splits the screen and you don't get the full screen Apple CarPlay. That's really annoying. Look, you get it up here and you get the buttons down here. That's nice. You get hard key buttons for everything. You can actually configure some of the buttons in here to what you want on the steering wheel and on the center console. Get a physical shifter. It's not something goofy or weird. It just makes sense. You hit the button and pull it back. Very simple. One complaint, Brian. This does have 10,000 miles, which is a lot for a press car because we may not be the mildest on vehicles.
That's like 85,000 in a normal car.
Yeah, so when you rest your knee here when you're driving it, well, you can't really hear that maybe, but
on a drier day, it's humid right now, that is loud.
Creaks a little bit. It's a little annoying. But enough of that. 0-60 time. Let's hit it. All right, Brian. Kia Telluride X-PRO.
All right.
Doesn't really help you on road, but
no.
It might. Who knows? Maybe the 18s will help us.
Oh, lower rotating mass. Yeah.
Maybe.
And the wet. Oh, there you go. Come behind us. For the weak launch. What you got?
0-60 in 8.22. That's not terrible.
Well,
with me in the car.
With you in the
wet.
car. When the wet, yeah, it is in the wet.
What mode were you in?
Sport mode, traction off. I'm going to put it back into comfort mode. The best I did without you, though, was a very respectable 7.37.
Not bad.
Not bad. And that was with wheel spin, by the way.
Look, I'm going to say this. I think any car that's in the 7s is relatively fast and for anyone.
And I think anything over 9 is unownable for me personally.
Yeah, that's fair.
Just to merge on the highway, not going to.
Yeah. So, but no, 7's not going to be a problem for anyone. In fact, a lot of people think 7's really fast.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, and look, it's a 3-row SUV. It's a minivan without sliding doors.
Absolutely.
It doesn't need to be any faster than that.
The mission was never that to begin with. Okay. The biggest, we've driven this before. Y'all can check it out. We've reviewed it twice in the past. But we haven't driven the 18s at all. Right. And the X-PRO is also new to us. And we just, look, put it out there. We're a fan of this. We are very objective with our reviews. We like this as a 3-row crossover. It's top 3 in every conversation we have regarding this segment. Every time, sometimes first. So, all that out of the way, ride and drive.
Ride and drive is good. You've driven it more than me, so speak to those 18s compared to the 20s we've had.
Look, it is, I've done a bunch of highway with it, and I was worried that it might wander more because it doesn't have
a little more wallowy, more sidewall.
Not the case. Okay. It's fine.
Yeah, these Continental cross trains or whatever they are.
Extreme contacts.
We've had them on the Honda Pilot Trail Sport, mentioned that earlier.
They work, man.
They're good tires.
Good tires.
They're pretty good tires.
And look, on the highway, they're very quiet as well, and wind noise for an all-terrain, there is, not wind noise, road noise, there is none.
Yeah,
there is no road noise associated with it compared to the highway tire that you can get on the higher trims. It just rides better.
Yeah.
Handling-wise, it handles better than a Kia Carnival. I'm not sure how, even though it's the same freaking thing, but just enough to feel a little not like it. We also have adjustable ride height in the rear, which is nice, and I have noticed no squat.
Let me ask you this. Kia Carnival is this with sliding doors. This is the Kia Carnival without sliding doors.
Mechanically, yes.
What would you rather have?
This.
Why?
Because I think it looks better, and you can get a better tow package with it than you can the Carnival. And personally, I think the final drive ratio is different. I'm going to have to look it up and put it on the screen. It feels quicker to 60 than the Carnival does to me.
I'll say this. I'm really glad they make the Carnival because we need more good competitive minivans out there, and that's a really competitive minivan.
Yeah.
But this is so functional for a vehicle without sliding doors. It's almost worth the trade-off of not having the sliding doors. It's so functional back there.
This vehicle in particular is the reason why I would not buy a minivan in this segment. I would buy this.
Yeah.
And look, I love vans.
Yeah.
And seeing is great.
Right, we're van fans, yeah.
We are.
Yeah.
This is an NA big V6 and a good powertrain. I'll take this.
Last thing before we close, heads-up display sitting on top of the hood, where it should be.
Absolutely.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. Let us know in the comments what you would rather have, Telluride or Carnival.
Or Palisade.
Ooh.
Or walking.
Does the Santa Fe compete with this?
I think it does. Does the Santa Fe compete with this?
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
Sorrento.
The new one. All right.